Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all coming out and being with us. We are East River Auction Company. My name is Josh Sweeney. All items sold to you as is, where is, with no warranties given or implied. It's your merchandise once I say so. On the 22nd of this month, we're going to have an estate sale. And then on December 6th, we're going to have a vintage tool auction. It's primitive blacksmith tools and auto body tools and things of that nature. So you got all kinds of hammers and screwdrivers and all vintage stuff. If you collect that, it's good. If you don't collect it, it's just a bunch of tools to you. But we'll have that on December 6th. And as soon as we get situated, we will be ready to go. All right, lot number one. We've got the 7-foot Christmas tree. It's a pre-lit tree. We don't have it plugged in. It was burning. I think there's a couple bulbs that are out, but you can just replace those bulbs and it'll be a perfect tree for you. Yeah, but you're gonna be right here on the lighted Christmas tree. How about $50 and go? 50, but not 50, 50, but not 50. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, $10 on the Christmas tree. 10, 10, 10, $10. How about 5 and go on the Christmas tree? 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. It's gonna be a long day. Move on to the next thing, Alvin. All right, we've got the Hoop It Up World Tour skill game. All these skill games came out of a storage unit. Some of them are missing parts that we could see, and they're all untested. I don't probably figure that any of them work, but here we go. Hoop It Up World Tour 3-on-3 skill game. How much here? How about $50 and go? 50, but not 50. 50, but not 50. 50, 50, 50, 50, but not 50. 25, man. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, but a name, but a name, but a name, but a name, but a name. How about 5 and go? Pass her up. Lot number 3, you got the Sega Shoot This, Win This skill game. How much here? I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, but you got 15, 15, 10, but you got 15. 10, not 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, 15, 10, but 15, 10, but 15. I sold it $10. 10.52. Lot number 4, we got the Big Shot skill machine. How much on this one? How about 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, $10. $10, but a name, but a name, but a name, but a name. How about 5 and go? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Pass her up. Next item, we've got the Sammy the Amazing Jumping Dog skill game. How much here? About 25 and go. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, with a name, with a name, with a name, with a name, with a name. How about 5 and go on Sammy? 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, pass her up. Next one, we've got Claim Jumper. How much on this one? How about 25 here? 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, with a name, with a name, with a name, with a name. How about 5 and go? 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, pass it up. Next one, you got 2 Wonder Wheel skill games. You get them both for $1 money. Yeah, how much on this one? You get them both for $1 money. How about 25 here? 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 here. 10, 10, 10, but a name, but a name, but a name, but a name, but a name. 5 and go. Now 7.5. 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Sold right here $5. 74. Lot number 8, Deep Freeze. How much on this one? How about 25 here? 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 go. 10, 10, 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Pass it up. All right, you got 2 Snork skill machines. How much on both of these? I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, but you 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, not 15. 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, not 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, but 15, 10, but 15. Sold your way, $10. 10.52. Lot number 10, you got the Big Cannon skill game. How much on this one? How about 25 here? 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 with 10, 15, but a name, but a name, but a name, but a name. How about 5 and go? 5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Sold at $5.74. 74, John? 74. Lot number 11, you got the winner's wheel skill game. How much on this one? $10 here, 10, 5 and go. 5. Pass it up. Sell it to him, $5, 74. Lot number 12, got the mouse attack video skill game. How much on mouse attack? 25 here, 25, $10, $5 and go, 5 and go, 5, 7.5. Sold at $5.74. Next one is the big haul skill game. Both machines are attached, and the board is attached to both of them, so you get it all for one money. I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, but you go 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, but 15, 10, not 15. 10, but you go 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, but 15, 10, but 15, 10, and 15. Sold your way $10. 10, 18. Now it's all of the stuff everybody came to see. Lot number 14, got the Mrs. Claus blow mold holiday light up decoration. There she is. How much on Mrs. Claus? I'm bid 35 and 40. 35 to 40, 40 to the 5, get 40 to the 5, get 40. To the 5, to the 40, 40 to 40, now 5. 40 get 45, 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 45. 40 to get 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 45, 45, 40 to 45, 45, now 45, 45, 40 to get 45. 40 to get 45. Sold $40 on 61. Lot number 15, got the Santa Claus blow mold. How much on this one? How much here? About 25 and go. 25, 25, 25, 25. I got 10, now 15, 15, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 25, 25, 25, 25, now 30, 30, now 5, 30 get 35, 35, 35 and 40, 35 to get 40, 40, 40, 35 to get 40, now 5, 40 get 45, 50, 50, 50, 45 to get 50, 45 in the back, 40 get 50, 50, 45, now 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, now 5, 50 get 55, 60, 60, 55, 60, 60, now 5, 60 get 65, 70, 70, 70, now 5, 75, 75, and 80, 75, and 80, now 5, 85, 100, now 5, 100, but you get 105, 105, 100, but you get 105, 105, 100, now 105, 105, 100, now 105. Only $100 on 61. Lot number 16. Got a Santa Claus blow mold. How much here on this one? I'm bid 30, now 5, 30 to 35 and 40, 35 to 40, now 5, 45 and 50, 50, 50, 45 and 50, 45 to 50, 45 to 50, 50, 45 and 50, 45 to 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 50. I'm in the back at 45 to 50, 45 to 50, 50, 45 and 50, 45 to 50, 45 to 50, 45 and 50. Sold back here $45 on 61. Lot number 17. Got a 37-inch tall fabric Santa. And how much on this one? I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, but you go 15, 15, 15, 10, but you 15, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, but you 20, 15, now 20, 20, 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, 25, 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 20, we get 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 20, get 25, 20, we get 25, online 20, get 25, sold your way, $20, 10, 20. Lot number 18, got a 60-inch tall, 60 inches, fabric Santa. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, but you got 15, 50, 50, 10, but you 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 15, but you 20, 20, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, and 30, 30, 30, 25 to get 30, 25 to 30, 25 to 30, 25 to get 30. I'm in the crowd at 25, now 30, now 5, 30 to 35, now 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, 40, 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, 40, 35 to get 40, 40, now 5, 40 to get 45, 45, 50, 50, 50, 45 to get 50, 45 to get 50, 50, 45 and 50, 45 to get 50, 45 to get 50, 45 to get 50, 50, 45 50, 50, now 5, 50 to get 55, 60, 60, 60, 55 to 60. 55 to 60, 55 to 60, 55 to 60, 55 to 60, 60 down 5, 60 goes 65, now 70, 65 70, 65 to 70, 65 to 70, 65 to 70, 65 to 70, 65 70, 70, 70, now 5, 70 goes 75 and 80, 75 to 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 80, 80, now 5, 80 go 85, 85, 90, 85 to 90, 85 to 90, 85 to 90, 85 to 90. 85 to 90, 90, 90, now 5, 90, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 90, 95, 90, we get 95, and sold your way $90, 10, 20. Lot number 19, got a 61-inch tall fabric Santa, and he's got a list. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 25, 30, 30, 30, 30, now 5, 35, and 40, 40, now 5, 45, 45, and 50, 50, now 5, 50, go 55, 60, 60, 60, now 5, 60, what do you get 65, 60, what do you get 65, 65, 60, but now 65, and 70, 70, now 5, 70, now 75, 75, 79, 75, 70, 75, 75, 75, and 80, 75, 80, 80, 80, now 5, 80, what do you go 85, 85, 80, now 85, 85, 80, but now 85. 85 and 90, 90, 85 and 90, 85 and 90. He's 80 down, 80. Gray's 85 down. 85 and 90, 85 and 90, 90, 85 and 90, 85 and 90, 85 and 90, 85, 90, down 5, 90, 95, down 100, 100, down 105, 100, go 105, 105, 100, down 105, 105, 100, down 105, 105, 100, down 105, 100, but you 105, 105, I'm on the left at 100, down 5, 100, but you 105, 105, 100, down 105, 105, 100, down 105, 105, 100, but you 105, 100, but you 105. Sold at $100. 51, 51. Line number 20. Got the Hallmark Keepsake, Holiday Hijinks Tom and Jerry. These were all retired mostly about 10 years ago, so these are older Hallmarks. Tom and Jerry. There they are. Yeah, I'm going to bid on Tom and Jerry. About 25 and go. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. 10 go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold back here, $10. 58. Line number 21. Got Catwoman. Holiday Hallmark Keepsake Catwoman. How much here? About 25 here. 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, but a day, but a name, but a name, but a name. About 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold man $5. 55. Line number 22, got the Hallmark. Wiley rides again. Wiley Coyote riding in the missile. How much here? About 25 here. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. I guess 7 and a half and 10, 7 and a half out of 10, 10, 10, 7 and a half out of 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 10. Sold your way, 7 and a half. 1044. Hallmark, lot 23, Hallmark Keepsake, Beware My Power, it's the Green Lantern. How much here? I think that's from the Ryan Reynolds era of Green Lantern. How much here? How about $10 here? 10, 10, 10, how about 5 and go? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 5 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold right here, $5 on 79. Number 24, Hallmark Keepsake, Stay Puft Marshmallow Menace. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, but you go 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, now 15, 10, but 15. 10, but you go 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, 10, now 15, 10, but 15, 10, now 15, 10, but 15, 10, and 15. 15. 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, but you get 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, but you get 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, but you get 15. 12 and a half, but you get 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, but you get 15, 12 and a half, but you get 15. All in on them, 12 and a half and 15. I sold it 12 and a half on 48. Lot number 25, you got 2 NFL shop Pittsburgh Steelers ornaments. One shaped like a football and one shaped like an ornament. They both have Steelers logos on them. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15. 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, but 15, now 20, 15, 20. 15, but 20, 20, 15, but 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. 15, but 20, 20, 15, but 20, 20, 15, now 20, 20, 20, 15, but 20. 15, but 20. Sold your way $15. 49. Lot number 26. And I got a West Virginia football. On the West Virginia football ornament. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, with a name, with a name, with a name. How about 5 and go? 5, 5, 5. I got 2 and a half, now 5, 2 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 5. I got 2 and a half in the back. What do you get 5? 2 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 2 and a half, 5, 5, 2 and a half, 5. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5, but it was 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, but it was 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, but it was 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, but it was 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold your way $5. 10.50, $5. Lot number 27, got the Hallmark Keepsake, Darth Vader Peak Buster. Darth Vader in a Santa hat. How much want to be right here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a name, what a name. How about 5 and go? Now it's like 2 places. 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 10, 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 10, 10, 7.5 out of 10, 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Sold at 7.5. 74. Lot number 28. Got the Hallmark keepsake on Stranger Tides. It's Captain Jack Sparrow. How much here? Johnny for 74 for 750. Lot number 28, you got Jack Sparrow. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day, about 5 and go. Now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it's 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5. 5, but it was 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it's 7.5, 7.5, 5, and 7.5. So we're here $5 on 79. Lot number 29, you got the Hallmark keepsake, Sith Apprentice Darth Maul from Star Wars. How much here on this one? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day. How about 5 and go? 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it's 7.5, 7.5, 5, and 7.5. 5, but it was 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5. $5.79. Number 30, Hallmark keepsake Iron Man. How much on this one? How about $10 here? 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. How about 5 and go? 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. 5, but it was 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, and 7.5. So $5 on 79. 31, you got Air Mater, Hallmark keepsake, Air Mater from Cars. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, but a day, but a day. How about 5 and go? 5, 5, 7.5 in the back, 5.5 back, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Now 10, 7.5 out of 10, got 7.5 over here, what do you 10? 7.5 out of 10, 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Sold your way 7.5. 44. Lot number 32, you got the Hallmark keepsake, General Grievous from Star Wars. How much here? I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, but you got 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, but you get 15. Sold your way $10. 10.28. Lot number 33, you got the Hallmark keepsake, stocking stuffing ornaments, Santa Claus with a little dog. How much here? About $10 here. 10, 15, but a day, but a day, but a day, about 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 2.5 then, 2.5 down, 5, 2.5, 5, 5, 2.5, 5, 2.5, 5, 2.5, 5. Hold back here, 2.5 on number 80. Number 34, got Hallmark keepsake, Sully, Monsters Inc. ornament. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, but a day, but a day, but a day. How about 5 and go? 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 10 and back, now 12.5. 10 to 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, and 15. Sold your way 12.5. 44. Lot number 35, got the Hallmark keepsake, Dark Knight Rises ornament. How much here? Batman. About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day. How about 5 and go? Batman. That's 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what it was 7.5. 5, but it's 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. 7.5 over 10, red, Johnny. 7.5 and 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 would have been 10. So it's your way, 7.5. Number 8. Her number's always 8. Lot number 36, Hallmark keepsake, Thor ornament. How much here? Doesn't look like Chris Hemsworth, but it's Thor. How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, but a day. How about 5 and go? Now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5. 5, but it's 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5. Sold $5 on 79. 37. Captain America, Hallmark keepsake. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, but a day, but a day. How about 5 and go? 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5. 5, now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it was 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Sold $5 on 79. Lot 38, Amazing Spider-Man, Hallmark keepsake. About $10 here. 10, 10, 10, what do you 10, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 10 to 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 12.5, and 15, 12.5, and 15, there we go, 15, 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 79, 59, 70 and a half, 79, 50, 70 and a half, 79, 59, 70 and a half. Sold your way $15. 44. Lot number 39, got Hallmark keepsake, Heinz Award from the Pittsburgh Steelers. How much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold your way $15. 49. Number 40, you got the Hallmark keepsake Walter Payton ornament. And how much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15. 10, now 15, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20. Salt your way $15. 44, 49, 49. All right, on to the houses now. They might need somebody back there helping them dig houses out, Wayne. Lot number 41 is the Gatehouse, number 5530-1, if you got the collector numbers. Heritage Village, Department 56. How much here? About 25 and go. 25 and 25, 25 and 25. $10 and go. 10, about 5 and go on the house. 5 and go. 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 and 10. 7.5 of 10. 7.5 of 10. 7.5 of 10. 7.5 of 10. 7.5 and 10. 7.5 of 10. So right here, 7.5 on number 9. Number 42, Dickens Village Series, Kingsford Brew Company, 5811-4. Yeah, I'm going to cheer on this one. I bid 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold your way $10. 1,000. Lot number 43 is the Dickens Village Series, Kensington Palace, number 58309. How much here on this one? I bid 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, and 15, 15, 15, now 17.5, 15, 17.5, 15, 17.5, 17.5, 15, now 17.5, 15, with 17.5, 17.5, 15, now 17.5, 17.5, 15, 17.5, 17.5, 15, now 17.5, 15, with 17.5, sold right here $15, number 9. Lot number 44, got the Dickens Village Series, White Horse Bakery, 59269. How much here on this one? About $10 here. 10, 10, 10, about 5 and go. 7.5, 7.5, and 10, 7.5, 10, 10, 10, I got 7, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold right here $10, 82s there. Lot number 45, Dickens Village Series, Bain and Son Smithy Shop. How much on this one? About $10 here. 10, 10, 10, what a 10, about 5 and go. Now 2 places, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 and 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 and 10, 7.5 over 10. Sold to you $7.5 on 57. Number 46, Dickens Village Series, Tutbury Printers is 5568-9. How much here? I bid 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold your way $10. 1,000. Lot number 47, Dickens Village Series, Abbey, 6549-8. How much here on this one? I bid 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, and 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, and 15. Sold you, sir, 12.5 on 82. Lot number 48, Dickens Village Series, Golden Swan Baker, 6515-3. How much here? About $10 here. 10, 10, about 5 and goes. 2, 3 places. 7.5, 7.5. I got 10. Now 12.5, 12.5, 12.5. Now 15. 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15. Now 17.5. 15 to 17.5, 79, 50 to 17.5. 15 to 17.5, 79, 50 to 15 to 17.5, 79, 50 now 17.5. Sold your way $15. 10.55. 10.55, lot 49, Dickens Village Series, Oliver Twist, Bailey Cottage. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, would have been, how about 5 and go? That's 2 places, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 10, 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 over 10, 7.5 and 10, 7.5 over 10. So these are 7.5 on 82. Lot number 50, Dickens Village Series, Great Denton Mill, 5812-2. How much here? About $10 here. 10, 10, 10, but now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15, 12 and a half, and 15. Solar. Well, just in time. 12 and a half. Now 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half. Total back here, $15. 57. Lot number 51, Dickens Lane, Thomas Kersey Coffee House. How much here on this one? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 10.55. Lot number 52, you got the Dickens Village Boarding School, 59250. Blackford Squares Boarding School. That's the name of it. How much here? I'm at 10. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what a 10. About 5 and go. 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold you man 12 and a half on 89. Number 53, you got the Dickens Village, Tower of London. How much on this one? How about 10 here? 10, 10, 10, what do you 10, about that 10? Now 12, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, he's 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, now 15, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, and 20, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 20, go now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, go 22 and a half, 20, 20, go 22 and a half. So we're here, $20, 84. Lot number 54, Dickens Village Series, Ramsford Palace, 58336. How much here? I'm at 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, and 30, 25, put up 30, 25, put up 30, 25, get 30, 30, now 5, now 40, 35, get 40, 35, what do you get 40, what do you get 40, 35, what do you get 40, get 40, 35, 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 what do you get 40? So we're here, $35 on 84. 55, Dickens Village Series, Butter Tub Barn, 58338. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what a name would be 10, about 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, what do you 17 and a half? So we're here, $15, number 50. 56. Dickens Village Series, Great Inn, 57534. How much on this one? About $10 and go. 10, what would 10? About 5. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Now 10, 7 and a half for the 10, sir. 7 and a half for the 10. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half for the 15. 12 and a half for the 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half for the 15, 12 and a half for the 15, 12 and a half for the 15, 12 and a half and 15, 12 and a half and 15. So we're here 12 and a half on number 9. 57, Dickens Village Series, Crown and Cricket Inn, 57509. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15, 12 and a half, and 15. I sold you, man, 12 and a half on 89. Number 58, Dickens Village Series. That's the one we just did. Crown and Cricket at 57509. That's what we just did, wasn't it? Back to back?
Yeah.
There are 2 of those again? They're identical? Okay. I didn't realize we had that. All right, another one just like what we just had. I got 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold him in 12 and a half, number 50. Yeah. Line 59. Oh, it's you're rusty. 59. David Copperfield, Betsy Trotwood's Cottage, 55506. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half. Sold your way $15. 1020. Lot number 60, Dickens Village Series, Ashbury Inn, 55557 is the number. How much here on this one? I bid 10, not 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, 70 and a half and 20, 70 and a half, 20, 70 and a half, 20, 20, 70 and a half, 20, 20, 70 and a half and 20, 70 and a half, 20. So right here, 17 and a half on 84. Number 61, Dickens Village Series, Victoria Station, 5574-3. How much on this one? I bid 10, not 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half here, now 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17. I'm in the back with the blue, man in the blue, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half to 20, you're all out, 17 and a half to 20, 17 and a half to 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half to 20, 17 and a half to 20. Sold your way, 17 and a half. 10, 20 is a buyer. Number 62, Dickens Village, Oliver Twist, Brownlow House, 5553-0. How much here? I bid 10, I 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. So back here, 12 and a half, 82 is the buyer. Number 63, Dickens Village, Ruth Marion Scotch Woolens, 5585-9. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15. So right here, 12 and a half on 89. Number 64, Dickens Village, Heathmore Castle, 58313. How much here? I'm bid 10, not 12 and a half, 15, 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 now 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15, year 15, so it's now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15, what do you get 17 and a half? Sold to you, $15.84. Number 65, Dickens Village, Coble's Police Station, 5583-2. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold your way, 12 and a half. And 44, Lot 66, Dickens Village, Heather Harness, 58238. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold you, man, 12 and a half on 89. Number 67, Dickens Village, The Maltings, 5833-5. How much here? How about $10 and go? Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, two places, now 15, 15, now 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 20. Over here, 17 and a half, 20, 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half, 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half, 20. Sold 17 and a half, number 9. Lot 66, Dickens Village, Notting Hill Church, 5582-4. How much here? I've been 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, now 20, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, what do you get 17 and a half? Sold your way, $15. 1044, Lot 69, Dickens Village, Poulterer, 5926-9. That's where they prepare your chickens. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Everybody needs a poulterer. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold your way, $10. 1057. Lot number 70, Dickens Village, Boarding and Lodging School, 5810-6. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold at 12 and a half on number 50. Lot 71, got the Christmas themed cuckoo clock. Wait for Alvin to get over there. This is a nice little clock. Haven't tested it and make sure everything works just the way it's supposed to, but here it is just the same. There it is on the screen. How much here? I'm at 35, now 40, 35, but you 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, and 50, 50, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, and 50. 45, 50, 40, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, and 50. 45, 50, 40, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 55, 50, now 55, 50, 55, 55, 55, 50, now 55, 55, 50, now 55. 50, 55, 55, 59, 55, 55, 59, 55, 55, 50, 55, 50, 55. All in all done, 50, 55. Sold your way, $50. 1056. Lot 72, vintage Santa's Flight fiber optic figure. I don't know how vintage it is being fiber optic, but there you go. It looks like a Jim Shore, but I don't think it is a Jim Shore, but it looks cool just the same. How much here? I'm at 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 25 with 30, man. 30, now 5, 30 get 35, 35, 35, and 40. It's about to get 40, it's about to get 40. 35, I'm going to get 40, 40, 40, it's about to get 40, it's about to get 40, it's about to get 40. I'm online at 35, I'm going to get 40. It's about to get 40, 40, 40, it's about to get 40, it's about to get 40, it's about to get 40, 40, now 5. 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, and 50, 45, 50. Sold your way $45. It came in late. If there's no bid in there, you won't get it. Well, let's start over then. I got 40 in the crowd somewhere, now 5. 40 get 45, 49, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45. Bid came in late, screwed everything up. 40 get 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 45, and 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, and 50, 45, and 50, 45, 50, 50. Sold your way $45. 1056. Lot number 73, got an Oster chocolate fondue fountain. As far as we can tell, it's new. How much here? I'm at 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. I sold it $15 on 48. Lot 74, got the porcelain Holy Family. Took it right out of the box. How much here? I'm at 10, 15, 10, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15 in the back, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 20, 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 20, would it 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, 25, 20, now 25, 20 get 25, sold right here, $20, number 50. Lot 75, got the Lennox Angel Bell. Took it right out of the box. How much on the Lennox Angel Bell? About $10 and go. About 5 and go. 5 with the 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5 with a and a half, 5 with a and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5 with a and a half, 7 and a half, 5 with a and a half, 7 and a half, 5 with a and a half. Sold right here $5 at 43. Lot number 76 got the Jim Shore perfectly festive and all 50 stars. How much here? Santa Claus dressed up for the 4th of July. How much here? I'm at 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, then 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 45, 50, 50, 50, 45, 50, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 50, 55, 55, 55, 50, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 55, 50, 55, 50, 55. Sold your way, $50. 1054. Got another Lennox Angel Bell. How much on this one? I'm at 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 1038. Lot number 78. Got 2 Christmas ornaments. Got a Lennox and a Cloison. Both for $1. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, but you 12 and a half, sold your way $10, 1,000. Lot number 79, got a Thomas Piccone Classics ornament set. I think this one's got just one layer in this one. All the ornaments you see in the box there. How much here? I'm bid 30, now 5. 30, get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 30, get 35. 30, but 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35. 30, but you get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 30, get 35, 35, 39, 35. 30, but you get 35. Sold your way $30, 1,000. Lot number 80, got another Thomas Piccone ornament box. How much on this one? Up at 30, now 5. 30 get 35, 35, 39, 35, and 40. 35 get 40, 40, 40, 35 get 40. 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40. 35 get 40, 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40. 35 get 40. So right here, $35 on 43. Lot number 81, you got the Star Shower Laser Light. These are the best when it snows. When the snow comes down and interacts with the beams, they spiral, and it's just cool if you watch it outside when it's snowing. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half. Y'all are together, right? 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. Now 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20. She's out, so you can get in now. 17 and a half, 20, 20, 20, 17 and a half and 20, 20, 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20. Sold your way 17 and a half. 10, 20. Lot number 82, you got another Star Shower Light. How much on this one? I'm at 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half. You're in, don't shake your head now. Now you're with 17 and a half and 20, 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 17 and a half, but you get 20. Sold your way 17 and a half. 10, 20. Lot number 83, you got the Valerie Christmas art. It's Santa's sleigh in a little dome. How much here? I'm at 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15. Sold your way, 12 and a half. 10, 20. Lot number 84, we got the Lennox Holiday Sleigh Caddy with a salt pepper. There's the salt, the presents are the salt and the pepper. How much here? I'm at 25, now 30, 25, but 30, now 5, 30, get 35, 35, 39, 35, and 40, 44, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 40, but you get 45, 40, but you get 45. Sold right here, $40, number 50. Lot number 85, got the American Girl Rebecca doll with the book, in the box. How much on the American Girl doll? There's Rebecca. I'm bid 105, now 110, 105, but you get 110, 110, 105, but you get 110, 105, but you get 110, 110, 105, but you get 110, 110, 105, but you get 110, 105, but you get 110, 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 105, 110, 110, 105, but you get 110, 110, 105, but you get 110, 105, but you get 110, 105, and 110, 105, but you get 110. Sold your way $105. 1027. Lot 86, got Jim Shore Toasting Traditions Santa Claus figure. How much here? I'm at 35, now 40, 35, but you get 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 44, 40, 35, but you get 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 40, but you get 40, 35, 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 but 40, 35, but you get 40, 35, but you get 40. Sold your way $35. 1054. Lot 87, you got the Bleak Holly Berry Vase, hand painted. How much here on the Bleak? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, and 20, 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 17 and a half, and you get 20, 17 and a half, and 20, and I sold it $17 and a half. My number was it 50 or 50. Lot number 88, got the 2002 Christopher Radko Candy Ride Santa 2 ornament. How much here on the Christopher Radko? I'm bid 35, now 40, 35, 35, I'm gonna get 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, get 40, 35, get 40, 35, get 40, 35, 40, 35, and 40, 35, get 40, 35, get 40, 35, and 40, 35, I'm gonna get 40, sold your way $35, and 33. Lot number 89, you got two sets of 12 Victorian style ornaments. So you're getting 24 Victorian style ornaments for one money. Basically enough to do a medium sized tree. How much here? How about $10 and go for both boxes? 10, 10, 10, about 5 and go. 5, 2 and a half, now 5, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half in the back, 10, 10, 10, 7 and a half, 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 10, sold at $7 and a half, 284. Lot number, is this two more of them? Number 90, you got the Bell doll. This is for the telephone pioneers of America. This is before they broke up the company and made the phone company into about 14 new companies. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10 to 15, 15, 15, 10 to 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, sold your way 12 and a half, 10, 20. Lot number 91, you got the American Girl Laney doll with the book. There she's sitting right in her box. American Girl Laney doll. How much here? I'm at 65, now 70, 65, over 70, 65, and 70, 65, over 70, 65, 70, 77, 65, over 70, 65, over 70, now 5, 70, now 75, 75, 79, 75, 75, 79, 75, and 80, 75, over 80, 75, over 80, 75, over 80, 75, over 80, 75, and 80, 75, over 80, over 80, 75, 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 over 80, sold your way $75. 1003. Lot number 92, you got the Santa in the mail truck, Christmas decoration. Santa in the mail truck. How much here? I'm at 20, now 5, 20, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 20, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 30, 25, you're 25, now 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 30, now 5, now you did, 30, 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, and 40, now 5, 40, 45, and 50, 50, 45, and 50, 45, 50, 50, 50, 45, and 50, 45, and 50, 45, 50, 45, and 50, sold you $45 on 37. Lot number 93, you got a 2001 Thomas Piccone ornaments. This one's got 3 layers to it. Don't tip them. Don't tip them when you pull them out. Remember what happened in one of their catalog. And I think that's the one right there that I dropped one out of, it looks like. But you get all 3 layers minus the one that I broke a couple weeks ago. How much here? I'm at 25, now 30, 30, now 5, 30 gets 35, 35, 39, 35, 30 gets 35, and 40, 40, now 5, now 50, 45, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 50, now 55, 55, 60, 60, 55, over 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 60, 55, and 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55, and 60, 55, over 60, I sold it $55, 64. Lot 94, you got a 2004 Thomas Piccone Classic Ornament Set. How much here on this one? I'm at 10, now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, what do you 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, what do you 20, 20, 15, what do you 20, 20, 15, what do you 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, what do you 20? Sold her here $15, 43. Lot 95, got the Fenton White Satin Glass Deer, hand painted. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 20, 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 25, 30, 30, 30, 20, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 35, 30 to the 5 to the 5, believe I would. 30 to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5 to the 5, then 40. I got it online. We're just ahead of you. 40, now 5. 40, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45. Thought you had 40. I got 35. You want to be 40, Becky? 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, now 5. 40, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45. 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45. 40, 45. So we're here $40 on 48. That's like the first communication breakdown we've ever had like that. Lot 96, got a Lennox Very Merry porcelain ornament set. 5 pieces, all for $1. 5 ornaments come right out of their boxes. I'm big 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, now 20, 20, 20, 6 and a half, and 20, now 5, 20 to 25, and 30, 25 to 30, now 5, 30 to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5, 30 to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5. My back here is 30, when you get to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5. Yeah, you're 30, now 5. 30, when you get to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to the 5 to the 5 to the 9 to 35. 30, when you get 35, sold you $30. Number 50. Lot 97, same thing. Same as what we had a minute ago. I'm bid 10 here, now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, now 20, now 5, 20, 25, and 30, 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 30, now 5, just in time, 35, now 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40. Sold right here, $35, 43. Lot number 98, got a 2003 Thomas Piccone Classic Ornament. That one's 1 layer, I think. 1 layer ornaments. And how much here? I'm at 30, now 5. 30 goes to the 5, to the 5, 39, to the 5, to the 5, 39, to the 5. 30 goes to the 5, and 40, 35, 40. 35, 40, 40, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40. 35, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40. 35, 40. Sold right here, $35, 43. Lot number 99, you got the Thomas Piccone Classic Ornament Set. This is a crate with at least 2 layers, maybe 3. 2 layers. 2 layers of ornaments here. Bid 25, now 30, 25, over 30, 25, over 30, 25, to 30, now 30, now 5, 30, 35, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, another crowd, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 55, 50, now 55, now 60, 55, over 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 60. I sold it $55 on 64. Lot 100, got a 2002 Christopher Radko Candy Ride Santa 2 ornament. How much here? I'm at 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15. Sold your way $10. 1,000. Lot number 101, you got a Jim Shore Delivered with Love 2019 figure. Jim Shore. How much here? How about $10 and go on Jim Shore? Got 5, now 10, 5, 15, 10, 5, 15, 10, now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 25, 25, 29, 25. 25, 30, now 30, 25, up 30, 25, up 30, 25, now 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, now 5, 30, to the 5, to the 5, 40, to the 40, to the 40, 40, 40, to the 5, 40, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, 45, sold right here, $40, number 30. Lot number 102, Jim Shore, may blessings be as plentiful as something cut off. Looks like an angel ornament. How much here? I'm at 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, year 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, sold it at $15. 86. Lot number 103, you got the Thomas Piccone Classic Santa figure. How much here on the Classic Santa figure? I'm bid 35, now 40. Somebody get 40, somebody get 40, somebody get 40. So 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45. 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, get 45. 40, when you get 45. 40, get 45. So back here, $40 on number 50. Lot back to the houses. Lot number 104. Got the Dickens Village, Peabody Seaside Cottage. There it is. Looks like a boat flipped upside down. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 10.57. Lot number 105, Dickens Village, the flat of Ebenezer Scrooge. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half and 20, 70 and a half, 20, 20, 70 and a half and 20, 70 and a half and 20, 70 and a half and 20, now 22 and a half. 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, no better than 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, sold your way $20. 10.56. Lot 106, Dickens Village, Scrooge and Marley Counting House. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Now 70 and a half, 70 and a half, now 20, 70 and a half and 20, 70 and a half and 20, 20, 70 and a half and 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 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, now 5, 25, 20 and a half and 5, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 22 and a half and 25, 25, 22 and a half and 25, 25, 22 and a half and 5. Now 27 and a half, now 30, 27 and a half over 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 30. I sold it 27 and a half on number 50. Lot number 107 now, Dickens Village, WM Wheat Cakes and Puddings. How much here? You can't eat your wheat cakes without your pudding. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15, 12 and a half, 15, sold your way 12 and a half. 10.56. Lot number 108, Dickens Village, Theater Royale. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, sir. 15 to 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, but now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, 15, 20, 20, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half. 20, what do you get 22 and a half? Sold your way $20. 10.56. Lot number 109 now, Dickens Village, Jones and Company, Brush and Basket Shop. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 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 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15. Now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, so now 20, 17 and a half to 20, 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20 to 22 and a half, 20 to 22 and a half, from online at 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, 20 to 22 and a half, 22 and a half, I'm online at 20, now 22 and a half, sold at $20, 10.56. Lot number 110, got a Dickens Village, Boarding and Lodging School, number 18. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, sold your way 12 and a half, 10.56. Lot number 111, got the Dickens Village, Dunning Cross Church. How much here? A big 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, now 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half. Sold your way $15. 1056. Lot number 112. Got the Heritage Village Collection, Scotty's Toy Shop. Get it and some accessories and everything in the box there. Big 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, and 15. Sold back here, 12 and a half on 57. Lot number 113, got Dickens Village, Fezziwig's Ballroom. How much here? A bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 40, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, now 5, 20, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 20, 30, now 5, 30, 35, and 40, 30, 40, 40, 40, now 5, 30, 45, 50, 50, 50, 45, and 50. 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 50, 55, 55, 55, 60, 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, now 5, 60, 65, 65, 65, 65, 70, 65, 70, 65, 70, 65, 70, 65, 70, 65, 70, 65, 70, now 5, 70, 75, 75, 79, 75, 75, 79, 75, 80, 75, 80, 75, 80, 75, 80, 75, 80, now 85, 80, now 85, 85, 80, now 85, 85, 90, 85, 90, 90, 85, 90, 90, 85, 90, now 5, 90, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 100, 95, 100, 95, 100, 95, 100, 105, 105, 105, now 105, 100, now 105, 100, 105, 105, 105, 100, now 105, 105, now 105, 105, 100, now 105, 100, 105, 105, 100, now 105, 105, 100, now 105, 105, 100, now 105, 100, 105, sold at $100. 1054. That's like practicing in auction school right there. Lot number 114, Dickens Village, Starter Tradition, Open House. How much here? Bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25. 20, 25, 25, 20, now 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 25. 20, 25, 25, 20, 25, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 35, 35, 30, now 35, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, 35, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 5. Sold at your way, $30. 1056. Lot number 115, Dickens Village, Seton Morris Spice Merchant. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 20, 20, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, now 20, yeah, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 20, now 22 and a half. 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 29, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 29, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 29, 22 and a half. 20, everybody get 22 and a half. 20, everybody get 22 and a half. And I sold it your way, $20. 1055. Lot number 116, got the Dickens Village, Shops of Dickens Village. This one looks like it used to be a church with a steeple. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15, 12 and a half, and 15. Sold it back here, 12 and a half on 57. Lot number 117, Dickens Village, Blenheim Street Bank. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 20, 25, and 30, 25 to 30, sir. Now 5, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, now 35, 30, the grab it with 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 5, now 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 37 and a half, 37 and a half. Now 40, 37 and a half, but you get 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 40, now 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 40, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 40, now 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 40, now 42 and a half, 42 and a half. Sold your way $40. 10.56. This signal is actually cut the bid. Not I don't want to bid. That's cut the bid. Lot number 118, Dickens Village, Whittlesmore Church. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. Sold your way $15. 10.56. Lot number 119, Dickens Village, Gads Hill Place. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half. I'm over here at 15, we get 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, and 20, 20, 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, 20, 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20 now, 22 and a half, 20, I'm online at 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 5, 22 and a half, and 5, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 22 and a half, 25, and 27 and a half, 27 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, now 30, 27 and a half, 30, 27 and a half, 30, 27 and a half, 30, 30, now 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30 to 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30 to 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30 to 32 and a half, now 5, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 32 and a half, 35, 32 and a half, 35, now 40, 35 and 40, 35 to get 40, get 40, 30, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, get 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, 35 and 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, 35 and 40, 35 and 40, 35 to get 40, 35 to get 40, sold your way $35. 10.56. Lot number 120, you got the Dickens Village, Hamilton Pewterer, early edition. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10 with 15, 15, 15, 10 with 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10 with 15, 15, 15, 10 with 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10 with 15, 10, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 5, 20 to 25, sold your way $20. 10.20. Lot number 121, Dickens Village, Fezziwig's Warehouse. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15 to 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 25 of 30, 25 and 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 30, 25 of 30, now 5, 30 to 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 35, and 40, 35 to 40, 35 to 40, 40, 35 and 40, 35 to 40, 35 to 40, 35 to 40, 35 and 40, 35 to 40, 35 to 40, sold your way $35. 10.56. Lot 122, Dickens Village, Lomas Limited Molasses. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, with 17 and a half, sold your way $15. 10.55, lot 123 now, Dickens Village, Barnby Moore Cottage. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now you got 15, that's 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, 20, 20, 17 and a half, and 20, now 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, and 5, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 22 and a half, and 5, 22 and a half, 25, 22 and a half, 25, sold your way, 22 and a half, 10.20. Lot number 124, got the Dickens Village, Nicholas Nickleby Cottage. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20. 70 and a half to 20, sir. 70 and a half to 20, 20, 70 and a half to 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 20, 17 and a half to 20, And I sold it your way, 17 and a half. 1056. Lot number 125, Dickens Village. C. Fletcher Public House. How much here? I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, not 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, not 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, not 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, not 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, not 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold your way, 12 and a half. 1020. Lot number 126, Dickens Village, Giggleswick Mutton and Ham. How much here? I'm at 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 30, 25 and 30, 25 and 30, 25 and 30, 25 and 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 35 and 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40, 75 and 40, 70, 40, 70, 40, 70, 40, 35, but get 40, 35, but get 40. Sold your way, $35. 1056. Dickens Village, T. Puddlewick Spectacle Shop. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold back here, 12 and a half on 82. Lot number 128, Dickens Village, Crown Tree Inn. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold it your way, $15. 1055. Heading over to the other side now, lot number 29. You think this is an Oculus Quest 2? Is that right? All right, this is an Oculus Quest 2 VR headset. It's been factory reset. All you got to do is log in and sign up, and you can download all kinds of games. You don't need a computer. You can hook it to a computer, but you do not need a computer to use it. How much here? I'm bid 30, now 40, 30 would get 40, now 50, 40 would get 50, 40 would get 50, 40, 50, 40, 40 would get 50, 40 would get 50, get 50, 50, now 60, 50 would have 60, now 70, 60, 70, 60 would have 70, 60, 60 would have 70, 70, 70, 60 would have 70, 60 would have 70, 60, now 70, 60, 70, 60, now 65, 60 would get 65, 65, 60 would have 65, 65, 60 would have 65, and 70, 65, 70, 70, now 5, 75, now 80, 75, but 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 80, 80, now 5, now 90, 85, but 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 90, 90, 85, but 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 90, now 5, 95, now 100, 95, but 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 100, now 105, 100, 105, 110, 105, but 110, 105, but 110, 110, 105, but 110, 110, 105, but 110, 110, 105, but 110, now 15, 115, now 20, 115, but 120, 120, 115, now 20, 120, 115, 20, 115, but 20, now 5, now 130, 125, but 130. 125, 130, 130, 125, 130, 130, 125, 130, now 5, now 140, 135, 140, 135, 140, 140, 135, 140, 140, 135, now 5, 140, now 5. Now, I got 145, now 150, 145, 150, 145, 150, 150, 145, 150, 145, 150, 150, 150, 150, now 5, now 160, 155, 160. 155, 160, 160, 155, 160, 160, 155, 160, 155, 160, 155, 160, 160, 155, 160, 160, 155, and 60, 155, 160, 155, 160, now 5, 165, now 70, 165 and 70, 165, 170, 165 and 70, 165, 170, 170, 165, 170, 170, 165, 170, 165, 170, 170, 165 and 70, 165 and 70, 165 and 70, 165 and 70, 165, 170, 165, 170, and sold at $165. 58. Lot number 130 now, heading to the back. You got the Nintendo Wii game system. This is the one that's got the guitars in it. It's got Guitar Hero and an assortment of games that go with the guitars and the stuff that's in the box. You got Monopoly, Game Party, and seven or eight games in there. How much here on the Wii and 7 games with the guitars? It's hooked up and playing right there. You do not get the TV, but it is hooked up and playing. How much here? I'm bidding 150, now 160, 150, but 160, 150, but now 160, 160, 150, but 160, 150, but 160, 160, 150, but now 160, 150, but 160, 160, 150, but now 160, 160, 150, now 60, 150, but now 160, 150, but 160, 150 and 160. I sold it $150. 1045. Lot number 131. Got the Propel Stealth Flyer 2 micro wireless indoor helicopter. Brand new in the box, never been took out of the box. How much here? I'm bid 10, that's 15, 10 with 15, 15, 15, 10 with 15, 15, 15, 10 with 15, that's 20, 15, 20, 15 with 20, 20, 15 with 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15 with 20, 15 with 20, 15 with 20, 15 with 20, now 5. 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 5, 20, what do you get, 25? Sold it your way, $20. 10, 20. Lot number 132, you got the year-round outdoor projector. This will cast images on whatever you point it at. You can point it at your windows and it'll cast images on your windows. How much here? I'm at 35, now 40, to the pound, to get 40, to the pound, to get 40, 40, to the pound, to get 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 40, 40, 40, to the pound, to get 40, to the 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 50, 50, now 5, 50, 50, 55, 50, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 55, 59, 55, 50, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 59, 55. Sold right here, $50 on 37. Lot number 133. This is another Nintendo Wii game system. This one's got 6 games. It's got the balance board. It's got the dance mat. It's got the dance game. And it's got a bunch of exercising games. And it is hooked up on the TV back there, so you can play it, but you don't get the TV with it. And how much here? I'm bid 45, now 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, now 5, 50, 55, and 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, 60, 55, 60, 55, 60, 55, 60. I'm in the correct 60, now 5, 60, what is 65, 65, 60, 60, 59, 65, 65, 59, 65. 60, what was 65, 65, 60, what was 65, 65, 60, what was 65, now 70, 65, 70, 65, what was 70, 65, 70, 70, 70, 65, what was 70, 65, what was 70, 65, what was 70, 70, 65, what was 70, 65, what was 70, 65, what was 70, 65, what was 70, 65, and 70, 65, what was 70, 65, what was 70, can't tell me there's that much difference with Guitar Hero, 65, what was 70, I sold it at $65, 79. Lot number 134, Points of Light, Laser Shower Light. How much here? Alvin's running as fast as he can. On the Points of Light, it's an outdoor decoration light. You can shine it on your house and it'll make it green and red or whatever. How much here? I'm bid 10, not 15, 10, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25. I got 20 in 2 places, now 5, 20, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, now 5, 30, 35, and 40, 35, and 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50. You're 40, she's 45, now 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, and 50. I sold to her $45, 37. Lot number 135, got the Max Explorer telescope, 70/40 millimeter. You hook this to your phone and it'll show what it sees on your phone. You can look at 3-eye atlas and determine, you can let us know whether it's a spaceship or not. How much here on the telescope? I'm bid 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 25, and 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, and 40, 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 5. 40, 45, sold your way $40. 1044, Lot number 136, you got a lot of 22 Disney VHSs. And they only release these periodically, so some of these you still can't even get on DVD. How much here? Unbid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 5, 20, 25, sold at $20. Number 50. Lot number 137, you got the Little Mermaid VHS. This is a rare version of it. It's got the band cover. I'm not going to tell you why it was banned, but you can look at the cover and figure it out for yourself. And how much I'm going to ride here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15. Feel free to Google why it was banned. 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold right here $15. Number 50. Lot number 138. You got the remote control helicopter and it comes with the controller. This is untested, the battery's down, we didn't have a balance charger to charge the battery, and frankly, it probably needs a new battery, but you can get them pretty much anywhere. How much here? Anywhere you buy RC stuff. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15 to 20, 20, 15 to 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. She just figured out why that cover was banned. 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 5, 20, 25. Sold right here $20 on 79. Lot number 139 now. You got the Danbury Mint Princess Kate doll with the COA. She's the new princess. Princess Kate. How much on a bid ride here? I'm bid 10, not 15. 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, not 15. 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, not 15. 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, not 15, 15, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, not 15, 10, 15, 10, 15. You say 15, Johnny, now 20, 15 to 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, what do you get 20? 15, what do you get 20? Now 5, 20, now 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 20, 25, 25, 20, now 25, then 30, 25, to 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 30, 25, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, one Princess Kate, was it? 30, go 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, online 30, go 35, 30, go 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35. Sold you away $30. 1056. Lot number 140, you got the Millennium Barbie doll. How much on Millennium Barbie? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, what do you 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, what do you 20, 15 to 20, 15 to 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, what do you 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 20? Sold it your way, $15. 1056, lot number 141. Disney Holiday Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. And how much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1056. Lot 142, Disney Holiday Princess Belle from Beauty and the Beast. This one's 1997. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50, 17 and a half, 15, we get 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half. Sold it your way, $15. 1056. Lot 143, you got the Disney Princess Snow White. This was from 1998. How much here? I bid 15, now 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. I sold your way $15. 1056. Lot 144, Disney Classics Belle from 1991. This one's a little older. How much here? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20. 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. Sold your way $15. 1056. Lot 145. Barbie is Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, 1994. Amateur, bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. Sold your way $15. 1056. Lot number 146 now. Disney Holiday Princess Cinderella. This one's from 1996. Amateur, I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25. 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25. 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, 35, sold at $30 on 48. Lot number 147, got the 2000 Special Edition Celebration Barbie. Amateur, I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20. Sold your way $15. 1056, lot number 148. You got the Hawthorne Village Nativity set. This is a 25-piece set. You've got just about everything you need except the creche. And you could probably build the creche yourself, get it to the right scale. How much here on the Hawthorne Village? This is Department 56, Nativity, 25-piece set. I'm bid 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, you get all of it. 20, 25, and 30, 25 and 30, now 5, 35, 35, and 40, 35 get 40, 35 and 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40, 35 get 40. Now 5, 40, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 50, 55 for all of them. Now it's still $2 a piece. 50, 55, 55, 50, now 55, 55, 50, now 55, 55, 50, now 55, 55, 50, now 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, now 5, 50, 55, it hurts you to say no on that one, doesn't it? 50, 55, 50, now 5. Sold your way $50. 1056. Lot number 149 now. You got a bisque 7-piece nativity set. How much here on this one? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15 to 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15 to 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold your way $15. 1047. Lot number 150. You got the Ashton Drake Delilah Noir doll. How much here? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold your way $15. 1056, over on the little table behind y'all. Lot number 151, you got the John Ernest Creations 3-quart casserole dish. How much here? Come right out of that box it's sitting on. I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 1023. Lot number 152, you got the Pampered Chef Stoneware Bar Pan. How much here on the Pampered Chef? About 10 and go. 10, with a name, would have 10, about 5 and go. 5, now 2 and a half, now 5, 2 and a half, 55, 55, 2 and a half, 55, 55, 2 and a half, 55. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. She runs it 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Now 10, 7 and a half over 10, 7 and a half over 10, 10, 10, 7 and a half over 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half. She said no. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Sold it right here, $10. Number 43. Lot number 153, you got the Pampered Chef rectangular bowl. It's not like it should have a lid, but it doesn't come with a lid and it comes right out of the box. But there's probably a lid available for it somewhere that we don't have. It's just the bowl is all we got. How much here? I'm bid How about $10 and go? Ching, what a name, what a name, what a name. How about 5 and go? 5 on the pampered chef bowl. 5. How about 2.5 then? 2.5 now 5. 2.5. You can say 5, Johnny. 2.5 now 5. 2.5. 2.5 and 5. Sold right here. 2.5. What's the number? 79. Hey Wayne, help him get that weed. Help him with that weed back there. Lot number 154. We got a Johann Hamelin Bavaria. This is the blue garland pattern that everybody knows and loves. This is the teapot. How much here on the teapot? I'm bid 30, now 5, 35, now 40, 35 and 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 40. So back here, $35 on 284. Lot number 155. Got the Johann Hamelin Bavaria blue garland serving tureen. And how much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold at $15, 284. Lot number 156, Johann Hamelin Bavaria, blue garland serving bowl. And how much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. And sold at $15, 284. Lot number 157, got Johann Hamelin Bavaria, blue garland, 12 bread plates. 12 bread plates, all for one money. I'm bid 20, now 5, now 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30. Sold it your way, $25. 1020. Lot number 158, got Johann Hamelin Bavaria blue garland gravy boat. How much on the gravy boat? I'm 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 10, 12.5 on the gravy boat, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5. Sold your way, $10, 1020. Lot number 159 on the blue garland Johann Hamelin Bavaria serving platter. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, now 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, 20, now 25, 25, now 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, now 35, 35, 30, now 35, 30, 35. Sold it your way, $30. 1020. Back to the houses. Lot number 160. You get the Dickens Village, Kenilworth Castle. Gail's coming with the cart. Lot number 160. Kenilworth Castle.
I didn't really want him to take that bread flat.
Okay. All right, lot 160 on the Dickens Village, Kenilworth Castle. How much on a bid right here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 25, 25, 29, 5, 20, 25. Sold it your way, $20. 1054. Lot number 161, Dickens Village, Wackford Squares Boarding School. How much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. And sold it your way, $10. 1046. Lot 162, Dickens Village, J.D. Nichols Toy Shop. How much here? I'm at 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 15, 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 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, when you get 17 and a half, sold right here, $15 on 84. Lot number 163, Dickens Village, Nicholas Nickleby Cottage. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. So they have 12 and a half on 57. Lot number 164, Dickens Village, Portobello Road, Thatched Cottage. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Sold it to you, $10. You get there. 1046. Lot number 165, Dickens Village, Blythe Pond Millhouse. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20. 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20. Sold it your way, $15. 1046. Lot 166, Dickens Village, Barley Bree Farmhouse. How much here? I'm at 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1046, lot 167, Dickens Village, Bumpstead, Nye, Cloaks and Canes. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. In the crowd, 12 and a half and 15. 12 and a half and 15. Sold you, sir, 12 and a half on 82. Lot number 168, Dickens Village, Sir John Falstaff Inn. How much here? I'm at 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold you, sir, 12 and a half on 84. Lot number 169, Dickens Village, Mulberry Court Brownstones. How much here? I'm bid 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 25, and 30. 25, and 30, 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 now 5, 30, 35, 35, 35, and 40, 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 35, and 40. 35, but get 40.
Yep.
Now 5, just in time. 40, get 45, 45, put on now 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 5. 40, but get 45. 40, but get 45. Sold it your way at $40. 1055. Lot number 170, Blythe Mill Pond House. Blythe Pond Mill House. Blythe Pond Mill House. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold it back here, 12 and a half on 57. Lot number 171, Dickens Village, Shops of Dickens Village, Candle Shop. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1057. Lot number 172, County House and Silas Thimbleton Barrister. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1057. Lot number 173, you got the Dickens Village, Green Gate Cottage. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 15, but it ain't, but it ain't, but it ain't, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, now 20, go 20, 7 and a half and 20, 7 and a half, 20, 20, 7 and a half and 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 20, 17 and a half, and you get 20, and I sold you, sir, 17 and a half, 82. Lot number 174, got the Dickens Village Cottage Tudor. Lot number 174, I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1057. Lot number 175, Dickens Village Mermaid Fish Shop. How much here on the Mermaid Fish Shop? How much here? I've never had mermaid before. I bet it tastes like chicken. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. So we're here 12 and a half on 89. Lot number 176, Dickens Village, Kings Road Post Office. How much here? I'm at 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, what do you 20, 15, now 20? Sold it your way, $15. 1056, lot number 177, Dickens Village, the Pie Bull Inn. How much here? I know $10 and go. 10, 15, but it ain't what it ain't. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, 12, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half. Sold at $20 on number 9. Lot number 178, Dickens Village, Nettie Quinn Puppets and Marionettes. How much here? I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, but it is 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, but it is 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half to 20, 17 and a half and 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 20. So we're here 17 and a half on 84. Lot number 179, Dickens Village, Barley Bree Farmhouse. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold your way, $10. 1046, lot number 180, Dickens Village, Thatched Cottage. How much here? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, what do you 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, what do you 20? Sold your way, $15. 1056, lot number 181, you got the Dickens Village, Stone Cottage. How much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold your way, $10. 1046, on 182, Dickens Village, Original Shops, Green Grocer. How much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1046, lot number 183, you got the Dickens Village, Dickens Lane Cottage Toy Shop. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, but it ain't, what it 10, about 5 and go on this one. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 5 quarters and a half, 7 and a half, 5 quarters and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 5 quarters and a half. Sold it at $5 on 50, number 50. Lot number 184 now, got the Dickens Village, Fagan's Hideaway. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. I sold it 12 and a half on number 9. Lot number 185, got the Dickens Village, C.H. Watt Physician. How much here? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15 to 20, 15, that's 70 and a half, 70 and a half, 15, that's 70 and a half, 70 and a half, 50, that's 70 and a half, 70 and a half, 15, that's 70 and a half, 15, but it's 70 and a half, 70 and a half, 15, that's 70 and a half, 70 and a half, 50, but that's 70 and a half. Sold it your way, $15, 1056. Lot number 186 now. You got the Dickens Village. Geo Wheaton Watchmaker. How much here? About 10 and go. 10, 18, but a day, but a day, what a day, what a day, about 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what was in a half? 5, now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what was 7 and a half down? See, John? Now 10, 7 and a half, 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 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold right here, $10 on 89. Lot number 187, Dickens Lane, Tuttle's Pub. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. You got the wrong picture up. It's the Tuttle's Pub. Tuttle's Pub. Tuttle's Pub. It says it right on it. There it is. All right, we got the right one up. 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Didn't help its value any, put the right one on there. 12 and a half and 15. Sold your way 12 and a half. 1055. Lot number 188. You got Bishop's Oast House from Dickens Village. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1046. Lot 189 now, Dickens Village, Crown and Cricket Inn. How much here? I bid 10. Now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 1056. Lot number 190, you got the Dickens Village, Cobb Cottage. How much here on the Cobb Cottage? About 10 and go. 10, 10, what a name, what a name, what a name, what a name. I got 5, now 10, 5, what a 10, 10, 5, what a 10, 5, now 10, now 15, 15, now 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, what do you 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, what do you 20, 15, what do you 20? Sold it $15 on number 50. Lot 191, Dickens Village, Chesterton Manor. How much here on this one? How about 10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. How about 5 and go on this one? 5 and go, 2 places. Now 7 and a half, now 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. You got 10 back here, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. So these are 12 and a half on 84. 84. Lot number 192, Dickens Village, Ivy Glen Church. How much on this one? How about 10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day. How about 5, 5 and go? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. On the church from 5, 7 and a half, 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 5, whatever, 7 and a half. 6 and a half, 10, 7 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 and a half, 10. Sold your way, Johnny, 7 and a half, 89. Lot number 193, Dickens Village, Mr. and Mrs. Pickle. How much is Mr. and Mrs. Pickle? About 10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day. About 5 and go. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold at 12 and a half on number 50. Lot number 194, Shops of Dickens Village, Abel Beasley Butcher. How much here? How about 10 and go? 10 and 10, what a name, what a name, what a name. How about 5 and go? 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what is 7 and a half? 5 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 10, 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 7 and a half, 10. Sold at your way, 7 and a half. 1044. Lot number 195, Dickens Village, Chadbury Station and Train. Chadbury Station and Train. The train's still in the box. We didn't want to get everything in. Oh, you've got it. You just didn't put it out. We got the trains over there. No worries. Lot number 195. How much here? I bid 20. Now 5. 20 now 25, 25, 25, then 20 now 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25. 20, we 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25. 20, we get 25. 25. Now 30, 25, and 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 30, 20, 25, and 30, 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, sold at your way, $30, 1054, lot number 196, Dickens Village, J. Lights Coal Merchant. How much on the coal merchant? Bid 15, now 20, 15 to 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20. 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 20, 15, now 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold at your way, $15. 1056. Lot number 197, Dickens Village, Mr. Wickfield Solicitor. How much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold your way, $10. 1046. Lot number 198, Dickens Village, The Wool Shop. How much here? I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold your way, $10. 1046. Lot number 199, Dickens Village, Renberry Baker. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, but a damn, but a damn, about 5 and go on this one. 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, now 2, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 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 10. Sold at 7 and a half on 48. Lot number 200, Dickens Village, Nicholas Nickleby Cottage. How much here? How about 10 and go? 10 and go, but a damn, how about 5 and go on this one? 5 and go, 5 and 5, 5 and 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold him $5 on 89. Lot number 201, Dickens Village, Buttertub Farmhouse. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 15, now 70 and a half, 70 and a half, now 20, 70 and a half and 20, sir. 70 and a half and 20, 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 70 and a half, 20. Sold back here, 17 and a half on number 50. Lot number 202, you got the Dickens Village, the Chop Shop. How much here on this one? How about 10 and go? 10 and 10, but a day, more than damn, more than about 5 and go. 5 and 5 and 5, 5 and 5 and 5, 5 and 5, now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. I sold at $5 on 89. Lot number 203, Dickens, the old Camden Town Church. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. 10, but 12 and a half. Sold your way, $10. 1056, lot number 204, Dickens Village, Walpole Taylor. Lot number 204, Dickens Village, Walpole Taylors. How much want to bid right here? How about 10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a damn, what a damn, what a damn, what a damn, about 5 and go. 5 and 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 5, what 7 and a half. I sold at $5 on 89. Lot number 205, Dickens Village, the Pine Bowl Inn. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 10, but a damn, what a damn, what a damn, about 5 and go. 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, what a damn, 7 and a half, what a damn, 10, 10, 7 and a half, what a damn, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15. 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold back here, 12 and a half on 84. Lot number 206, Dickens Village, Green Gate Cottage. How much here? I'm bid 10. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10. Now 12 and a half, 10. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15. 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on 89. Lot number 207, Dickens Village, Booter and Cobbler. How much here? About $10 and go. 10, 15, but a day, how about 5? 5 and now, 7 and a half, got back here, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 9, 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. I sold you $10, number 50. Lot number 208, Dickens Village, Christmas Carol Cottage, Smoker. How much here? I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 1057. Lot number 209, Nephew Fred's Flat. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, but a damn, about 5 and go on the building. Now 7 and a half. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold you $5 on 89. Number 210, Dickens Village, T. Wells Fruit and Spice Shop. How much here? How about 10 and go? 10, 10, but a 10, what a 10, what a 10, about 5 and go. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. I got 5 up here. We're 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold $5 on 89. Number 211, Dickens Village, the Melancholy Tavern. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, but a damn, how about 5 and go? I got 2, 3, 7, 7 and a half, now 10. So I get 7 and a half from the gentleman, now 10, 7 and a half from the 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 10. So these are 7 and a half on 84. Lot number 212, Dickens Village, Peabody's Seaside Cottage. This is the tan version. Apparently there's another color version. How much here? This one's 10. I got $10. Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Hold your way, $10. 1046. 213 is a Dickens Village, Old Michael Church. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, but a day. How about 5? How about 3 places? 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 10, 7 and a half, 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 10. Sold your way 7 and a half. 44. Lot number 214 got the Dickens Village, Deadlock Arms. How much here? Deadlock Arms. How about $10 and go? 10, 10, but a day. How about 5 and go? 5 down, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 down, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, now 10, so 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. So these are $10. 82. Lot number 215, Dickens Village, Dursley Manor. How much out of it right here on Dursley Manor? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 now 17 and a half, 15, what do you 17 and a half? Sold right here, $15 on 89. Lot number 216, got the Dickens Village, Nicholas Nickleby Cottage. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, but a day, what a day, how about 5 and go? Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now it's gonna be 7 and a half in. Now 10, 7 and a half of the 10, 10, 10, 7 and a half of the 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 10, 7 and a half and 10. I sold it $7 and a half on 89. Lot number 217, Dickens Village, Starter Tradition Set. This one comes with a couple small buildings, some accessories, some trees, some people. They don't have it all up there, but it comes with a bunch of stuff. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25. 20, what do you get? 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25. So we're here $20 on 84. Lot number 218, Dickens Village, Cottage of Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim. Yeah, how much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, what a 10, what a 10, what a 10, how about 5 and go? Now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what a 7.5, 5 now, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what a 7.5. Sold it back here, $5 on number 80. Number 219, Dickens Village, the old curiosity shop. Yeah, how much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, 10, what a 10, what a 10, how about 5 and go? Now 7.5, I got 5 in the back, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5, 10, 7.5, 10, 7.5, 10, 7.5, 10, 10, 10, 7.5, 10, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, and 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, and 15. We're here 12.5 on 89. All right, back over here now. Lot number 220, Jim Shore, Joy to Our World from the Heartwood Creek Collection. Jim Shore. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, now 5, now you bid 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, now 30, 25, get 30, 25, and 30, 25, put them 30, 25, and 30, 25, you're in, man. 25, now 30, 25, to get 30, get 30, 25, to get 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30. Sold it, $25. 86. Lot number 221, a relaxing respite with Coca-Cola figure. Coca-Cola figurine. How much here? How about 10 and go? 10, 10, what a 10, what a 10, what a 10, how about 5 and go? Now 7.5, 2 places, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5, what a 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5. Sold right here, $10 on 89. Lot number 222, a timeless pause with Coca-Cola figurine. How much here on this one? How about $10 here? 10, 10, 10, there, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, now 17.5, 17.5, 15, now 17.5. I'm 15 right here, but it's 17.5, 17.5, 15, now 17.5, 17.5, 15, but now 17.5, 17.5, 15, now 17.5, 17.5, 15, but now 17.5, 17.5, and I sold it $15 on 89. Lot number 223, a lot of ornaments in a gingerbread house box. And there's a list of what all's in there. They're all like candy shaped ornaments. And how much here? I'm bidding 10, I'm now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 15, now 17 and a half, now 17 and a half. We got 15 up here, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. Sold at $15 on the number 4. I was behind her. I was with 48. All right, lot 224, Mark Claus, Angel Flameless Candle Figure. This is from Mark Claus. This is Santa's most little known brother, Mark. How much here from Mark Claus, Angel Flameless Candle Figure? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a name, what a name, what a name. How about 5 and go? 5 and go, but now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. 5 in the back now, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5. Sold it back here, $5. 39. Lot number 225, 3 Mr. Christmas large music boxes. All 3 for one money. They all come out of the same box. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 25. I got 20 over here. We got 25, 25, 25, and 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, and 40. It's about to get 40. 35, I'm going to get 40, 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 35, and 40. I'm with Gail at 35, now 40. 35, I'm going to get 40. Sold your way $35, 49. Lot number 226, Jim Shore, Heartwood Creek 2016 Santa Ornament. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, and 20. Sold right here $15 on 86. Lot number 227, 5 Cracker Barrel Plaid Tidings coffee mugs, all 5 for one money. I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 1016. Lot number 228, got the Cracker Barrel Holiday Garden Sleigh. Got that one right there, 228. How much here? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 15, get 17 and a half. Sold it your way, $15. 10, 16. Lot number 229, 6 Cracker Barrel Holiday Garden items, all 6 for one money. Amateur, I bid 15, but you 17 and a half, 15, 79, 79, 50, 50, 17 and a half, 79, 50, 70 and a half, 79, 50, 70 and a half, and 20, 70 and a half 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 and 20. Sold at 17 and a half on 48. Lot number 230, Cracker Barrel Holiday Garden Sleigh. Amateur, I bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold it your way, $10. 10, 16. Lot number 231, you got the Jim Shore 15th Christmas Together figure. 15th Christmas Together. Amateur, I bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 25, 25, 30, 30, 30, 25, 30, now 5, 35, 35, 40, 40, 40, now 5, 40, 45, and 50, 50, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, and 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, and 50, 45, 50. Sold right here, $45 on number 30. Lot number 232, Thomas Kincaid, Walking with Wisdom figurine. How much here? How about $10 here? 10, 10, 10, but a name, but whatever name, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 15 to 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 better now, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 better now, 17 and a half. Sold it at $15 on 48. 233 now, Jim Shore, Golden Garland, Give Your Whole Heart figurine. How much here? It's an angel. Lot 233. I'm bid 10, now 15. 10, I'm going to get 15, 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, now 5, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, now 30, 25, but 30, 25, but 30, 25, but 30, now 5, 30, 35, and 40, 35, and 40, 35, but 40, 35, get 40, 35, get 40, now 5, 40, get 45, 45, and 50, 50, 45, 50. 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50. Sold right here, $45. Number 30. Lot number 234, there's Santa's less known brother, Mark Claus Angel Flameless Candle figure. How much would have been right here? He's not as famous as Santa. Nick overshadows Mark. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, but a day. How about 5 and go? 5, now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, whatever, 7 and a half. 5, now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5, whatever, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, whatever, 7 and a half. Sold back here, $5 on 39. Lot number 235, 3 Mr. Christmas music boxes, all 3 for one money. How much here? I bid 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, now 30, 25 with 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 30, sold at $25 on 37. Number 236, you got 10 Cracker Barrel Christmas ornament doors. Just hang these doors on your tree. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, but a day, what a dinner. How about 5 and go? 5, Cracker Barrel, 5 and go. 5, 5. How about 2 and a half then? Now 5 in the back. 5, 2 and a half in the back. But you get 5. 2 and a half, 5, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5. 2 and a half, 5, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. Sold back here 2 and a half on number 80. Number 237, Lennox Holiday Salt and Pepper Shakers. And how much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, over here, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20. Sold right here, $15 on number 50. Number 238, got 2 more Lennox Holiday Salt and Pepper Shakers. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, sold right here, $15. Number 43, number 239, a lot of ornaments in a gingerbread house box. Here's some more of those candy ornaments. How much here? How about $10 and go? Now 2 places. Now 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30. I'm on down front of 25, now 30, 25, 30, 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 20, 30, now 5, just in time. 30, but you get 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, here, now 35. 30, but you get 35. Sold at $30 on 48. Lot number 240, Jim Shore, 'Tis the Season to Sing from the Heartwood Creek Collection. How much here? I've been 20, now 5, 20, 25, 25, now 30, 25, and 30, 30, now 5, 35, 35, and 40, to 40, now 5, 45, and 50, 50, 50, 45, and 50, 45, and 50, 50, 45, and 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 50. Sold right here, $45, number 30. Lot number 241, and the rains fall upon your fields figurine, the green lady in the hat. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, how about 5 and go? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, anybody 5. Now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Sold at $5, number 8. Lot number 242, Spiral Snowman Tree. Yeah, how much here? And it's got all the ornaments on it. How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10. Would have been 10, would have been 10, but 10, 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 2 places, 12 and a half, 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 now 15, now ties broke, 15, 15, 12 and a half, but you 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, now 20, 20, now 22 and a half, 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, now 30, now 30, 27 and a half, would have been 30. 27 and a half. She got out, now you can get back in. 27 and a half over 30, 27 and a half over 30, 27 and a half over 30, 27 and a half over 30. Sold at 27 and a half, number 9. Lot number 243. You got another spirals. This one's Santa ornaments on this one. Santa tree with the ornaments. How much here? I'm at 10. What do you get 15? 10, what do you get 15? Now 20, 20, now 5, 25, 25, 30, 30, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30. Now 5. 30, 35, and 40, 35, and 40, 35, to get 40, 40, 35, to get 40, 35, to get 40, 35, and 40, now 5, 40, get 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, I'll let them shake their head no a bunch of times, so I'll give you a chance. 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40. Say 45, John? Now 50.
No, I was waving at your wife.
I got 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 45, 45, 40, now 5. Sold right here, $40. Where was I? Yeah, number 48. Lot number 244, another spiral snowman tree. This one's got snowmen on it. How much here for this one? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, now 20, 7 and a half, and 20, now 22 and a half, 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, now 30, now 30, 30, 30, now 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, get 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, now 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, get 32 and a half, 30, get 32 and a half, sold you at $30. 44. Lot number 245, got a 2004 Thomas McConey World Ornaments. How much here? Is it one layer of them? It might be two. One layer, they're telling us. How much here? I've been 10, now 15, 10, but you get 15, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, but you get 20. Sold right here, $15 on 43. Number 246, 2003, Thomas McConey Classic Small Ornament Set. How much here? I'm at 30, now 5, 30, get 35, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 30, get 35, 30, but you get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 35, and 40. 35, get 40, say John. You got 30, now 5, 30, get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 30, get 35. Sold your way at $30. 1,000. Lot number 247, you got the Jim Shore Heartwood Creek 2019 Christmas ornament. How much here? An ornament or just a figurine? You get the Jim Shore piece. How much here? It's an ornament. All right, how about $10 and go on the Jim Shore? 10, what a name. How about 5 and go? 5 and go. 5 and 5 and 5 5 and now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. 5 now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Sold it in $5, 86. Lot number 248, got the Cracker Barrel decorative truck. Come right out of the Cracker Barrel decorative box. How much here? I bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, and 40, 35, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, I'm with Johnny, 40, 45. 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, now 50, 45, 50, now 5, 50, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 59, 55. 50, 55, 55. I'm with you. 50, 55, 55, 59, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 50, 59, 55. Sold your way, $50, 49. Law number 249, Elegance and Love, the Damask Damsels for Hope Collection figurine. How much here? How about $10 and go? Change it, put it in, put it in. How about 5 and go? 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Sold at $5, number 8. Lot number 250, Red at Heart from the Thomas Kincaid Passion for Red collection. The one in the middle there, the red, the bright red one. That one. How much here? About $10 and go. Now you got 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5, 10, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, now 12.5. Sold at $10, number 8. Lot number 251, Elegant Promenade, Thomas Kincaid Points of Light collection, the blue one. How much here? About $10 here. 10, got 5, now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, go 12, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5. Sold $10, number 8. Lot number 252, A Vision of Hope, Thomas Kincaid Inspirations of Light. That's the pink one. How much here? I got 5 probably, now 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 7.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, now 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15. Sold $12.50 on 48. Lot number 253, you got a Thomas McConey crate with 12 ornaments. How much here? I bid 25, now 30, 25, what a 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, what a 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, what a 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30, 25, and 30. Sold it your way, $25. 1,000. Lot number 254, got the Thomas McConey crate with 6 Victorian ornaments. How much here? I bid 10, now 12.5. 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, and 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, and 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 15. Sold it, 12.5 on 43. Lot number 255, another Thomas McConey crate with 6 ornaments. How much here? How about 10 and go? 10 and go, would have been. How about 5 and go? 5, 2 places. 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, now 10. 7.5, would have been, 10, 7.5, would have been, 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 7.5, and 10. 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5. Sold it back here, $10. Number, was it 30? 82. Lot number 256, got 40.
Is it 82?
82. Lot 256, got 44 Thomas McConey ornaments in the crate. There's at least 2 layers in that crate, maybe 3, just 2. 2 layers. How much here? I'm at 45, now 50, 45, what do you 50, now 5, 50, 55, now 55, now 60, now 5, 60, 65, 60, now 65, 65, 60, now 65, 60, 65, 65, 60, now 65, 65, 65, 60, 65, 65, 60, now 65, 60, 65, 60, 65, sold right here, $60, 43. Lot number 257, I got a set of 3 Lennox Angels. How much here on the Lennox Angels? About $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, would have been 5 and go. 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. 5 now, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, now 10. 7.5, 10, 7.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5. 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5. 10, 12.5. I sold it at $10. 43. Lot number 258, got another one just like it. Lennox set of 3 angel ornaments. About $10 here. 10, but a name. Now 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, and 12.5. She's 10, now 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, and 12.5. Sold it at $10, 55. Lot number 259, got a Thomas McConey, 3 large ornaments. 2 layers, so is it 6?
I think it's just one layer on that one.
3 large, through Thomas McConey, 3 large ornaments. How much here? I've been 25, now 30, 25, 30, 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35. Sold $30, number 9. Lot number 260, Elegance and Poise with Coca-Cola figure, the lady in the red dress. How much here? How about $10 can go? 10, 10, 10, what a dang, what a dang, what a dang. How about? I got 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 50, 50, 50, 50, now 17 and a half, 50, get 17 and a half, 50, get 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50, but now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50, but now 17 and a half. Sold right here, $15 on 89. Lot number 261, Cool Refreshment with Coca-Cola figurine. How much here? How about $10 on this one? Now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, but now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, but now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. Sold right here, $15 on 89. Lot number 262, My Daughter, My Friend, the Thomas Kincaid figure. Really get 2 figures with it. All for one money. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, what a name, what a 10, what a name, 5 and go. 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, get 12 and a half. Sold at $10 on 48. Number 263, Ribbons of Support, Damask Damsels for Hope collection. How much here? How about $10 on this one? 10, 10, 10, what a name, what a name, what a name. I believe these are for breast cancer, I believe. How much here? How about 5 and go? 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, what was in a half? 5 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 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 5, what was in a half? Sold at $5 on number 8. Lot number 264, My Daughter, My Gift from Above, Thomas Kincaid. How much here on this one? How about 10 here? 10, 10, 10, what a day, what a day, what a day. Number 5 and go. 5 and get 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, got 5 down here, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10. 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. Sold $10 on number 8. 265, got the Thomas McConey Classics 50-piece ornament set. That was with 48, wasn't it? That's 48. And last one was 48.
The number 1.
Yeah.
That's you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, 48. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, tell me. Lot number 265, Thomas McConey Classics 50-piece ornaments, small ornaments. How much here? I'm bid 30, now 5, 30, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, and 40, 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 and 40, 35, 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 and 40, sold at $35 on 48. Lot number 266, Thomas McConey, 56-piece ornaments in the crate. How much here? Bid 35, now 40, 35, and 40, 40, 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 40, now 45, 40, 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 45, 45, now 45, 45, 45, 40, we get 45, sold $40 on 48. Lot number 267, you got one large glass Christmas ornament in the little plastic holder. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, now 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, and 12 and a half. Sold your way $10. 1,000. Lot number 268, you got 16 DG Creations porcelain ornaments. You got a set of 8, you get 2 of each, basically. You get 2 of each of them. There's 16 total. Now how much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 10, what a name, what a name, what a name. How about 5 and go? 5 and 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 5. 2 and a half, 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 now 5. I'm in the back of 2 and a half, 85, 85, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Sold at $5 on 48. Lot number 269, Lennox Holiday 3 Angel Ornament Set. How much here? Bid 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on 43. Number 270, got another Lennox Holiday 3 Angel Ornament set. How much on this one? A bit 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15. Sold it the same way, 12 and a half, 43. Lot number 271, got the Mr. Christmas Carousel. And how much on the carousel? I'll bid 25, now 30, 25, but 30, 30, now 5, 35, and 40, 40, 40, now 45, 45, and 50, 50, 50, now 5, now 50, 55, now 60, 55, but 60, 55, but 60, 60, 55, but 60, 55, but 60, 60, now 5, 60, but 65, 65, 65, and 70, 65, 70, now 5, 70, now 75, 75, 75, 75, 70, now 75, 70, 75, 75, 70, now 75, 75, 70, now 75, 72 and a half, and 5. 72 and a half, 75, 75, and 80, 77 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 75, 77 and a half. Sold right here, $75 on 37. Number 272, we got the Temptations Hometown Christmas 4-piece oven to table set. Yeah, I'm trying to bid right here, about $10 and go. 10, 10, 10, but a name, water, about 5 and go. 5 and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, but it was 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, but it was 7 and a half, 7 and a half, and 10, 7 and a half, but a 10, 7 and a half, but a 10, 7 and a half, but a 10, 10, 10, now 12 and a half. 10 now, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10 now, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10 now, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10 now, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10 now, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15, 12 and a half, 15. Sold your way, 12 and a half. 1044, lot number 273, you got the candy cane tree, glass candy cane tree. How much here? About 10 on this one. 10, 10, 10, what a damn, 10, what a damn, what a damn, about 5 and go. Got 5 in the back, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 10, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15. I'm right here, 12 and a half, but you 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, right, Johnny? 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 70 and a half, and 20, 70 and a half, and 20, 70 and a half, and 20, 20, now 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half. Over here, 20, get 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, get 22 and a half, 20, but you get 22 and a half. Sold at $20 on number 9. Lot number 274, got the Thomas Piccone ceramic Christmas tree. This is the kind of Christmas tree I like to put up. How much here? I'm at 35, now 40, 35, you get 40, now 5, 40, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45. Just take it out of the box and set it there, and you're done. 40, you get 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 49, 45, 45, 45, 45, 49, 45, 40, but you get 45. Sold at $40 on number 50. Number 275, got the Lennox Holiday 3-piece baking set. How much here? I'm at 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, now 5, 20, now 25, 25, 29, 25, and 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, and 30, now 5, 30, but you get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, get 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 35, 39, 35, 30, but you get 35, 30, but you get 35. Sold at $30 on number 50. Lot number 276, you got the President Barack Obama inauguration doll, inauguration day figurine. How much here? The jacket looks a little bit too big for him. How much here on the Barack Obama? How much? $10 to go. About 5 and go. 5, 2.5 then. Now 5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Sold at $2.50 on 79. Lot number 277. Keep that same energy. You got the Ashton Drake Barack Obama doll from Ashton Drake. How much here? I'm bid 10. Now 12.5. Don't everybody leave. Now we're selling Obama. 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5. Sold your way $10. 1014. Lot number 278. Got 2 Fitz and Floyd Santa plates, both for $1. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10 and hey, would have about 5 and go on the Fitz and Floyd. 5 and go. 5 and 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 5. About 2.5 on the, all over the house. Now 5, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5 now, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Pull it back here, $5, number 80. Number 277, got the Gibson Christmas dishes. This is for when you want to put out the good Christmas dishes, but you really don't. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, about 5 and go. 5 and 5, 5, 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. How about 2.5 then? Now 5. 2.5 and 5 and 5, 2.5 and 5 and 5 and 5, 2.5 and 5 and 5, 2.5 and 5. Now 7.5. 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Sold it back here, $5 on 84. On number 280, you got the Fitz and Floyd Santa plate. How much here? Ho, ho, ho. You put Santa's cookies in it. How about $10 and go? 10, 5 and go. 5 and 5 and 5, 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. 2.5 then. 2.5 down 5, 2.5 and 5. We got 2.5 up here. What do you get? 5 and 5, 2.5 in the front. What do you get? 5. 2.5 and 5 and 5, 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 2.5 and 5. Sold right here, 2.5 on 79. Number 281, got Lynn's Fine China Christmas dishes. Get all the pieces you see right there. We should have put a list on there with a count. You don't know. How much here? All the dishes, all the Lynn's Fine China dishes for one money. I got 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold your way $10. 1,000. Lot number 282, got a Coca-Cola clock. How much on this one? Bid 25, now 30, 25, but 30, 25, we get 30, 25, and 30, 25, but 30, 25, and 30, 25, we get 30, 25, and 30, 25, but 30, 25, and 30, 25, we get 30, 25, we get 30, 25, and 30, 25, we get 30. All in, all done, 25, but 30, 25, but 30. I sold it $25. Number 6. Lot number 283, you got the General Store clock with the Pepsi and Mountain Dew. And how much here on this clock? I'm bid 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5. 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5. Sold it your way, $10. 1028, lot number 284, got the Nabisco biscuit box with a checkerboard on top. And how much here? I'm bid 10. What do you get? 15. 10, what do you 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 10, number 15, 10, now 15, 10, what do you 15, 15, 15, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, now 15. 12.5, what do you get? 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, and 15, 12.5, you get 15, 12.5, and 15. Sold back here 12.5 on 82. Lot number 285, got 8 Dickens Heritage collectible ornaments, all for one money. How about $10 here? 10, how about 5 and go? 5 and go. 5 and 5 and 5, 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. How about 2.5 on the dick? 2.5, now 5. 2.5, 5 and 5, 2.5 and 5 and 5, 2.5 and 5 and 5, 2.5 and 5, 2.5 and 5. Sold it right here, $2.50 on 79. Number 286, Heritage Fiction collectible Heritage Village Collection Town Christmas Tree. Bid 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, get 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, now 15, 12.5, to get 15, 12.5, to get 15, 15, 15, 12.5, and 15, 12.5, to get 15, 12.5, and 15, 12.5, and 15. I sold it 12.5, number 9. Lot number 287, you got 3 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. Got some trees, got some people, got some livestock. All for one money. How much I'm bid right here? I'm bid 10. Now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5, 12.5, 10, and 12.5. Sold your way $10. 1046, lot 288. You got 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. You got some people, you got some more people, and you got a little bridge. All for one money. I'm bid 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, that's 12.5, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, that's 17 and a half. Sold it your way, $15. 1056, lot 289. You got 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. You got a bunch of trees and some carolers there, or whatever they're doing. People, there's people. You got 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, you got 12.5, Sold your way $10. 1046, lot number 290. You got 2 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. You got the town flag, and you got some people. How much here? I bid 10, then 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, then 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, now 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on 89. Lot number 291, 2 accessory sets for Dickens Village. You got the train platform and a gazebo, both for one money. I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 20, 17 and a half and 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 20, 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20, 17 and a half and 20. I sold it 17 and a half on 89. Lot number 292, Dickens accessory set, a Christmas Carol rating. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, now 20, now 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 20, 17 and a half, and 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 20, gotta go, 17 and a half, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20, 22 and a half, now 5, 25, 25, 22 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, now 30, now 30, 27 and a half over 30, 27 and a half over 30, 27 and a half over 30. I sold it 27 and a half, number 9. Number 293, you got 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. You got a covered bridge and some people and a tree. You got some trees and some people and a bridge. How much here? About $10 to go. 10, 10, 10, but it ain't now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15. That's 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, get 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, get 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 50 and a half, 17 and a half. Sold right here, $15, 89. Lot number 294, 2 accessory sets for Dickens Village. And how much here? You got some trees, you got some little cars. That's some kind of grinder. That one's called a grinder. How much here? I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on 84. Lot number 295, 5 accessory sets for Dickens Village. All the ones you see there, you got Dickens sleigh ride and some others. Bid 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, now 20, now 20, now 22 and a half, now 5, 25, 22 and a half, and 5, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 22 and a half, and 5, 25, 22 and a half, and 5. Sold back here, 22 and a half on number 80. Lot number 296, got 2 sets of trees for Dickens Village. How much here? I bid 10, but 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 12 and a half, 10, now 15, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, now 20, 17 and a half, and 20. 17 and a half in the back will be 20, 20, 17 and a half and 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 20. Sold back here, 17 and a half on number 80. Lot number 297, 2 accessory sets for Dickens Village, both for one money. How much here? How about $10 and go? 10, 15, but a day, how about 5 and go for both of them. 2 places. Now 7 and a half, 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 5, 7 and a half. 3, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 10, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, and 15, 12 and a half, and 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on number 89. Number 298, 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village plus an ornament. 3 accessory sets plus an ornament. How much here? About 10 and go. 10, 10, but a day, about 5 and go. 5 and 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5, but 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10. 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half. 10, go 12 and a half, 12 and a half, and 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on 84. Number 299, got 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. All 3 for one money. All 3 for one money. How about 10 here? 10, 10, 10, 5, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, Now 20, 70 and a half and 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 20. Sold back here, 70 and a half on 84. Lot number 300, get the Dickens Village Skating Pond. How much on this one? I'm bidding 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20. Sold it your way, $15. 1055, lot number 301. You got 6 accessories.
When was the last
15. Lot number 301, 6 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. All 6 for one money. I'm bid 10, now 15. 10, I'm gonna get 15. 10, now 15, 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, 15, 10, now 15, 15, 10, now 15, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, and 15, 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 now 17 and a half, 15 is 17 and a half, 15 is 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, and 20, 17 and a half, and 20. Sold right here, 17 and a half on 89. Lot number 302, 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. You got some cars, you got some people, everything you need to fill up your town. Now here, how about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, about 5 and go. 5, 2 places, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, now 10, 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, you get 15, you got it online, 12 and a half, you get 15, 12 and a half, you get 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, you get 15, 12 and a half, you get 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, you get 15, sold your way, 12 and a half, 1044. Lot number 303. 5 accessory sets for Dickens Village. How much here? I'm at 20. Now 5. 20 get 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25. 20 get 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 5. 20, what do you get 25? Sold it your way, $20. 1055. Lot number 304. 5 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. How much here? I'm at 15, now 20, 15, when you 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, now 20, 15, when you 20, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, when you 20, 15 and 20, sold your way, $15. 1055, lot number 305, 5 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. I'm bid 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 12 and a half, 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, now 20, now 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, now 30, now 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, now 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, 32 and a half, sold right here, $30 on 84, lot number 306, 3 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. How much here? I'm at 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, what are you, 12 and a half? Sold your way, $10. 1057, lot number 307, you got 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. How much here? About 10 and go. 10 and 10, about 5 and go. 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, and 10, 7 and a half, 15, sir. 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 and 15. I sold it 12 and a half on 84. Lot number 308, you got 5 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. 5 accessory sets. I'm bid 15, now 20, 15 to 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, now 20, 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, and 20, 15, 20, sold it your way, $15. 1057, lot number 309, 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. How much here? About 10 and go. 10, about 5 and go. Now 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. Sold right here, $5 on 89. Lot number 310, 3 accessory sets for Dickens Village. How much here? How about 10 and go? 10 and go, 5 and go. 5 now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 now 10, 7 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, now 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 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 15. Sold right here, 12 and a half on 84. Lot number 311, 4 accessory sets for Dickens Village, all for $190. How much here? About 10 and go. 10 and go, how about 5? Now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. Now got 10. Now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10. Now 12.5, now 15. 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15. 12.5, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15. 12.5 and 15. So right here, 12.5 on 89. Lot number 312. 4 accessory sets for Dickens Village. All 4 for money. How about 10 here? 10, but a damn, 10, but a damn, 10, but a damn, 5 and go. Now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, but it gets 7.5. 5 now, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, now 7.5, now 10, 10, 10, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 12.5. They got 10 behind you, now 12.5. 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. 10 go 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. 10 to 12.5. I sold at $10 on number 9. Lot number 313, 3 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. How much here? Bid 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. 10 go 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold it your way, $10. 10.57, lot number 314, 3 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. How about 10 here? 10, 10, 10, but a name, but a name, what do you want to do? How about 5 and go? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. 5 now, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5? 5 now, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5? I sold it $5 your way. 10.44, lot number 315. You got 7 Norfolk and Western HO scale passenger train. 7 Norfolk and Western passenger train cars, HO scale. Yeah, how much here? All you need is an engine. You can make them run around your Christmas tree. Yeah, how much here? I'm at 20, now 5, 20, 25, 25, probably need some track too. 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, now 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 20, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 29, 25, 25, 5, 20, what do you get, 25? Sold it your way, $20. 10.04. Lot number 316, 12 trees for the Dickens Village. Or your train thing. If you want to set up a train thing, put trees with that too. Now how much here? About $10 and go on the trees. 10, 10, put a damn 5 and go. Now 2 places, 3 places, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, you got 7.5, now 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, now 15. 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15. So right here, 12.5 on 89. Lot number 317, more trees and stuff for your Dickens Village. How much on this one? How about 5 here? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, now 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. 5 now 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5? 5, what was 7.5? Sold it back here, $5.84. Lot number 318, 4 accessory sets for Dickens Village. How much here? About 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, now 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. 5 now 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, what was 7.5? Sold right here, $5.89. Lot number 319, assorted trees, street signs, meters, and lights. To flesh out your Dickens Village. I'm at 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5. Sold it your way, $10. 10.56, lot number 320, 5 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. How much here? About 10 and go, 10, 10, 10, 5 and go, now 3 places, now 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 10, 10, 10, now 12.5, 15. 12.5, 15, 15, 15, I got 12.5 right here, what do you get 15? 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15, 12.5, 15. Sold right here, 12.5 on 84. Lot number 321, 6 accessory sets for the Dickens Village. 6 accessory sets. How much here? I'm at 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold it your way, $10. 1,000. Lot number 322, 5 accessory sets for Dickens Village. How much here? I'm at 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, now 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 10, 12.5. Sold your way, $10. Lot number 323, got a Dremel solid state speed controller for a old-timey Dremel. How much here? About 10 and go. 10, 10, 10, what are we doing? You got 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. Sold at $10 on 89. Offer 324. Got a Kodak Instamatic 414 camera in a box for a different kind of camera, but it fits. How much on the Kodak camera? How about $10 here? 10, 10, 10, put it in, put it in, about 5 and go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. How about 2.5 on the vintage camera? Now 5. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, and 5. Sold it right here, $2.50 on 79. Lot number 325, Department 56, Snow Babies. Let's all chime in. New in the box. How much on the Snow Babies? How about 25 and go? 25, 25, 25, 25. How about $10 and go? 10, 10, 10, how about 5 and go on the Snow Babies? 2 plays. I got 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5. 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Sold at $5 on number 8. Lot number 326, you got 5 Coca-Cola ornaments and a Coca-Cola holograph card. I think the metal ornaments, I think they're gold plated, but don't hold me to that. How much here? How about 5 and go? 5 on the Coca-Cola lot. 5 and go. 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Sold at $5.89. Lot number 327. 2 1989 Don Russ baseball sealed wax boxes. These have Griffey rookies in them, Randy Johnson rookies, Gary Sheffield rookies, and some others. How much here? You get both boxes for $1.90. Spend an afternoon unwrapping packs. How much here? I'm bid 50, now 5. 50, what do you get? 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 50, what do you get? 55 and 60, 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55 and 60, 60, 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55, over 60, 55 and 60, 55, over 60. All in on that, 55, over 60. Sold them your way, $55. 10.50. All right, that's the end of the catalog. Now we're going to sell. Do we want to roll the tables up here, Gail, or do we want to move out to them? What's the easiest way to do it? Let's go out to them. Let's just start over here. We'll work our way up and back.
All the way in.
Josh, you would be proud.